Hi guys. So this is vlog number 5 or 6, I should think. I'm going to follow Troy's advice and keep on numbering them because I did start and then I stopped. But it's easier to kind of keep track this way. Today has been an interesting day. I'm just really hoping that I've got enough memory on my phone to do this because it's been a bit funny. So yeah, I met my new psychiatrist today, who I didn't know I was going to be meeting because I thought I was going to be meeting my other one, who has left, but apparently I was supposed to be seeing him before he left, but then he left anyway. And the one before that left before I even got to see her. She'd buggered off to Nigeria randomly, so I never even got to meet her. And she's a really well-known one as well, but I'm not going to say who. But anyway, so I've ended up with this guy. He's nice, he's alright. He's a bit... It's difficult because he's very difficult to understand. He's not from... I was going to say he's not from these parts. He's not from this country, and so he's very difficult to understand, and it's very difficult to understand him, and that really adds to the anxiety. And I don't mean that in a racist way at all, and I know I sound like a Daily Mail reader when I say that, oh, I'm not racist, but when you're going into a mental health session and you thought you were going to be seeing somebody that you know, and although the guy that I was going to see did have an accent, but he was so funny. He said to me once, he said, oh, just imagine I'm your granddad. And I was thinking my granddad died when I was 3. But anyway, I'm going off. Right. So anyway, yes, I met my new psychiatrist. He is very nice. Once we got sort of warmed up talking and the kind of fear factor diminished a bit of the, seeing a new person, what they're going to say to me, what they're going to want me to say to them. But I had to take my mum in with me because she had the nous to mention about the voices and the visions. And that's something that I don't think my other psychiatrist knew about. So, I mean, really, it didn't exactly come to fruition because there's not really anything that they can do now. For me at this point, with my particular condition, there is no medical treatment for what I have. And that's a really, really hideous feeling to know. Because I was misdiagnosed with bipolar disorder when I was 18, so, 9 years ago. And I was treated for it for years with a medication that had absolutely no impact because I wasn't suffering from that particular disease. So when I was correctly diagnosed, I was left hanging for a year, basically, because I got told, no, you're not bipolar. This is what's wrong with you. He went and got another psychiatrist, asked for a second opinion. She confirmed it. And then I was just left. They stopped the place, just sort of, I don't know if the place closed or the doctors left or what, but I was left on my own with this new prospect of this thing in my head, and yeah, so, but at least at that time, before that time anyway, I thought I was being treated for a condition that I had, and I didn't. And it didn't even have any kind of placebo effect even. It just made things a lot worse, but that's irrelevant. Oh, I've gone right off. Okay, so today anyway, yeah. He's a nice guy. I talked to him about a very poisonous relationship that I managed to escape from this year. I finally, it was a short relationship, but it was a long relationship. And I don't just mean that in a philosophical sense. It's a very, very complicated thing, but anyway. He was poison, pure poison. But I got out of it. New Year's Day. I ended it on New Year's Day. And yeah, I ended it via text message, and do you know what? I'd do it that way again. In fact, I probably wouldn't even do that, to be honest, because I haven't got any respect for him whatsoever. About as much respect as he had for me. So, yeah. New Year's Day. Happy fucking New Year. Anyway, talked about that, sort of, and he said, oh, forget about him. I don't think he quite got the impact that that creature had on me. You know, I can still smell him on me. It's disgusting. It makes me want to heave. He controlled me. I've got this belt. I had a belt. I threw it away as soon as I got rid of him, but I wore it a lot. And he used to call it my collar. And he'd hang on to it constantly whenever we were out, and he'd be dragging me about. You know, as soon as he was finished looking around the shop, he'd drag me out the shop. He was forceful in many ways. But more than anything, he was a very, very low functioning sociopath. And I know sociopaths, and I know psychopaths. I know one when I see one. I did criminology, I did my diploma, and not just that, but, you know, they're interesting people usually, as long as they're not fucking around with my head, which that one did. But it's out of my life. It's just not out of my head yet. But, oh yeah, and the arm's better. I just noticed it on the screen, by the way. It's looking a little bit... Or, I mean, it's not, it doesn't look sort of, it's fine. Yeah, have a look. Right, if you can see, I don't know if you can see. So it's healing all right. So it's, I don't, yeah, it's just been a very odd couple of days. I mean, yesterday was fascinating because of this weather phenomenon that happened. It was this damnedest thing. It was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced. One of. But today was mixed, very mixed. I have another appointment with the psychiatrist in 3 months' time, so sometime in January. All he was able really to do was give me a few extra tablets, and I don't think they're going to do anything anyway, really. He's given me those for the voices and the visions, but I take 2 of those a day anyway, and they haven't made any difference, so he's basically said I'd take an extra one when the voices are really bad, or the visions, or both. So I'll try that, but I mean, I'm on so many meds anyway that I don't know what works and what doesn't anymore, to be honest. I had to miss my therapy this week. I tried not to. I tried to get another appointment, but it's quite strict. It's set kind of appointment slots for every patient, so, and I wasn't able to get there this week, so unfortunately I had to miss out on that. But you know, it's life, isn't it? It's the way it goes. I can't always, as much as I'd love to, I can't always rely on getting a lift to places. But yeah, it's alright. I'm seeing. I saw the psychiatrist today. I'm seeing my doctor on Friday. Oh my God, Friday. I've got an awful hospital appointment on Friday and I do not want to go. And then I've got another one next week for a totally separate procedure that I've had done before, but not like this. But this one on Friday is a very, very intrusive, and I'm told an extraordinarily painful procedure. A lady procedure. I'm not going to go into any details, but suffice it to say, I'm not looking forward to it. Apparently there's going to be very hot water involved. I don't want to know. And if they can't understand it, where did that come from? If they can't perform it, rather, if I can't tolerate it, they have to do it under a general, which I'm not prepared to do at the moment. Only because I've got this phobia of waking up in the middle of a procedure and nobody knowing. It's not the dying bit that bothers me, it's that. I think the dying bit would be alright in a way. It would be like, you just sort of drift off, a decent amount of propofol and you're... and that's it, that'll be alright. But anyway, I'm sure that won't happen, and I wanted to just check in with you all and say hello, I'm still here. I've got a lot of scary stuff coming up, as I say, appointment-wise. I'm glad I've got today out of the way because I was really nervous, especially once I found out it was going to be somebody that I didn't know, I'd never met. And also somebody, and I don't mean this in a bad way at all, and I don't know how that's going to be received, but when it's an appointment, not only with a male, which is intimidating anyway for some women, especially if it's a woman such as myself who's been through most kinds of abuse, but also the fact that he was not from this country and was very difficult to understand and didn't understand a lot of what I said really stressed me out, and I found it, and he answered his phone in the middle of the session as well, which I thought was quite unprofessional, but he was a nice guy. He is a nice guy, he's not as I wouldn't say accommodating, because he did try to be, and he was a little bit like my previous one, but it wasn't the same. But then he was kind of unique, my previous one. He was a real kook. I think most psychiatrists are at core, really. I think you have to be. I've got some other worries, family worries. So it's a very mixed bunch at the moment, but I wanted to check in and say hello and let you know that I'm still going. I'm still, on Sunday I went to my step-grand's 90th and helped set it up and everything, but and I met so many interesting people. It was great. It was just so great to be around older, experienced people who thought the same way that I did. It was really good. I met some fascinating characters there, really fascinating. I was going to say one in particular, quite a few in particular, but and I told them about this vlog as well. I've decided not to be ashamed about it, and I'm doing it for a good reason. I'm doing it because I want anybody to know that they're not completely disconnected. There's somebody out there with a little thread attached to theirs. And that's why. And also to just reach out, connect. I don't know. But it was interesting, and I thought I would give you an update today after I'd seen the new Psych. So yeah, I guess that's sort of it for tonight. I'm sat on the chair arm of the armchair. Haha. That's how my nana pronounces it. It's more comfy down here, but it's not as light. Anyway, if you made it all the way through this rambling nonsense, I applaud you and I thank you. And as I keep saying to everyone, spread the word, subscribe, tell people what this is, tell people why, just, you know, go tell it on the mountains. Not that I'm Jesus or anything. Or am I? Yeah. So I guess that's me signing off for tonight, but I just wanted to check in, say hi, give you a little update, and I will be uploading this week very soon. And yeah, I don't know what the end was. Just look after yourselves and stay tuned. And thank you for watching. Thanks. I love you all so much. Night.